Hello everyone, this is Erika of thestorytellingjuveler.com, and this is our, by today, usual, regular, no one has to bead alone, live bead together. So I hope that you can hear me and you can see me. I already see Zuzi and Anngelica. Hello ladies, welcome. So, Miriam, hello ladies. Can you hear me? Can you please tell me in a comment if it's all right? Teresa, Sarah, Esther. Welcome everyone. Anne, Kata, Petra, Georgie, Maria, Donna, Christina, Kiki, hello, Eleanor, Lutka, Annalene, Bea, Marion, Gail, Connie, Nora, Celine, Sherry, so many old and new names. It's exciting to see you here all. It's already 54 of us, not to make you nervous. It's just to show you that in a great company you are already. So, you are telling me that you hear me loud and clear. Then I'm very happy. Then let's go. Let's go further. So, this is No One Has to Bead Alone. The idea came when isolation started because of the current COVID crisis. As my first thought when it started was that now all the beading events will be cancelled. And I just, my immediate thought was that I just have to somehow help during this isolation, as the psychological effects of being alone and not being and beading with our beading bodies can be just as serious as physical illnesses. I would like to thank you for accepting my invitation week by week to join me here on Facebook, at my Facebook page. And I am really glad that we can bead together week by week. Usually around 100, sometimes 120 beaders from all around the world, from different countries and even from different continents. In the meanwhile, Monica, Claire, Ingrid, Marielle, Sharon, Beverly, Tanya, Sarah, Caroline, Corinne, Nancy joined us. Hello everyone. So, until we get started, I just want to remind you of the storytellingjuveler.com/no one has to bead alone /page. I will also put it in a comment so you can immediately click on it. And here is where you can either download the printable instructions, or if you would like to support the broadcast, then you can also buy the printable instructions for today's pattern for only €5. So in case that you were affected by the crisis, this is my gift to you. This is my helping hand to you. And I am very glad that you are here. Some of the beaders asked me actually that how could they support me if they can't do it financially at the moment. And luckily there are many ways. So if you would like to support the broadcast in a different way, then click the share button, invite your friends to participate, share the webpage and tell your friends about the storytellingjuveler.com, tell about your experience with me, with us, and that's just as valuable. And thank you in advance. And yes, thanks Jana for noticing. Finally, after 3 months, I got a haircut. Well, more than 3 months, because actually I just wanted to go to the hairdresser when the lockdown happened. I was just about to get an appointment when we were not allowed to go anymore. So I was really looking forward to it. And since yesterday, I finally have a new haircut and a new, most importantly for me, a new color, as I'm just not friends with my original hair color. And hello, Amy and Vicky and Sharon and Lorraine and Heike. Oh my God, 87 bidders from all around the world and counting. By the way, I would like to point out my earrings. Today I wear something that was not made by me, but one of our beading friends here. My friend Zuzi was the one. She loves working with shibori, and she gifted this pair of earrings to me already a couple of years ago, and I love wearing them. So, Anne says, oh, we have to wait until mid-July before hair salons open in the UK. Yeah, a little bit more. Ours here in the Netherlands just opened recently. I went wearing a face mask, and also I asked my hairdresser to wear one, so I hope it was okay. And yeah, life is slowly normalizing a bit finally. Oh, Claire says, I'm on my way to Amsterdam if the hairdressers are open. Oh, they are, but actually you will maybe have to wait more than a couple of weeks to get an appointment. I made the appointment already like mid-May, I think, or even beginning. I called them to secure to secure a slot. So no one has to be alone, and today we are going to work together on the Tuschinski bracelet I designed for you. The designs are always specifically made for the No One Has to Be Alone session. And it's so lovely to see afterward all the beautiful color combinations you put together. You don't stop amazing me with your creative ideas, because even if I am giving you every week a couple of tips that how can you use the design, how can you modify it, you always go way beyond my ideas. And yeah, that's really nice to see. So before we start beading, I would like to invite you to make this already I feel as I am part of a real community here, as I see many familiar faces joining us week by week, and we are talking and afterwards sharing the pictures, and it really feels like between friends. And I had an idea to putting together a Facebook album, faces of No One Has to Bead Alone. So I would like to invite you that while you are beading with me today, just snap a selfie sometimes in between as you are sitting in front of your computer or tablet, and send it to me afterward. And shortly I will start an album and upload all the pictures I get, so we can get to know each other even better. And another way how I would like to invite you for a little participation. At the moment, I am putting together a blog post about all the different versions of the traveler pendants and brooches we were working on in May in the Seed Beads and More group. So if you would like to be included, then please send an email to us with a picture of your traveler, with your story of the memory you have woven into your traveler piece, and maybe a little bit that what have you learned during the class and if you liked it. So I will not talk more, or not more about other stuff. Let's get to Tuschinski. Yeah, some of you I see saying that you don't got your beads yet, and you will work on something else. Or some beaders were telling me in advance that you will try to substitute some of the beads, what you don't have at the moment. And I'm really happy that even if there are some little obstacles, you still decided to join us today. So, let's get started. Oh, Teresa says, no problem waiting for hairdressers. Visitors have to quarantine for at least 14 days anyway. No? Oh, yes, at your house, perhaps. You ladies would be maybe happy with all the beads I have here, so let's think about that. And hello, Janice, and hello, Elżbieta. So today we are going to work on the Tuschinski bracelet, which I have on the screen together with my hair, with my face. And before we start, I would like to tell you a bit about the name. Why did I choose the name Tuschinski? So Tuschinski is the name of a businessman with Polish Jewish origins who moved to Rotterdam. In fact, he wanted to move all the way over the ocean to the United States of America. However, he ended up spending a couple of days in the Netherlands, in Rotterdam to be precise, and he decided not to leave with the boat and to stick around in the Netherlands. And this is where he started his business, and he started to open movie theaters. During the 20s, it started to be fashionable. So at first he opened 4 movie theaters in Rotterdam and later one in Amsterdam. And the building in Amsterdam, it still exists, not like the ones in Rotterdam, the 4 other movie theaters in Rotterdam, which were unfortunately bombed to the ground together with, well, most of Rotterdam during the Second World War by the Nazi forces. So the Pate Tuschinski, as we call it today, or Theater Tuschinski in the past, it still exists. And it is a beautiful building. It's the combination of actually 3 styles: Art Deco, Art Nouveau, and Amsterdam School, as we call it. I will try to upload a picture for you to see it. I forgot to do it before the broadcast, but here it is, the outside of the building. And somehow this mixture of Art Deco and Art Nouveau reminds me of the shapes of the bracelet. So that's why I decided to call it Tuschinski. I'm trying to upload 1 more image or 2 more images so you can also see how it looks from the inside. This is a beautiful Art Nouveau part of the interior. And then here is the foyer. And it still is a movie theater. I was actually there a couple of times already in the past, and it is already an experience just to like go in the building and walk around. So I hope that one day if you visit Amsterdam, then you can maybe also enjoy a film or just go in and check out the building. So back to Tuschinski the bracelet after Tuschinski the businessman. So let's do a quick material check. I will put, by the way, the link on the screen. So those of you who would like to download or buy the printable instructions, then you can find them here. And oh yeah, we have a birthday girl again. Babs Zimmerman celebrates her birthday, so happy birthday. So let's get started. I hope that your beading mat is prepared, and those of you who are going to bead the bracelet with me today, please make sure that you have everything. For a small size bracelet, I used 32 pieces of 6mm round pearls, 64 pieces of 4mm round pearls. Then I used a couple of MIYUKI DELICA 11s, MIYUKI seed bead 15s. I used for the connections 14 pieces of 3mm fire polished beads. This can easily be substituted by something else, as they are the connections between the motifs. And then you will also need, for a small size bracelet, you need 80 pieces of quarter TILA. So that's it. And I will actually work on a second color combination already, and it features very nice burnt orange beads and matte powdery lilac pearls, and also some turquoise quarter TILA and some matte gold seed beads. So I would also be very curious to see that what kind of colors have you chosen for your bracelet today, and will you go elegant? Because I think, like, if you will use like metallic colors or black, then you will end up with a real like big Gatsby style jewel. But you can also go in a playful direction. And if you use pastels, or maybe if you even combine different colors of the pearls, then it can end up a sweet, more romantic design. Some of you were asking about substitutes for quarter TILAs. Unfortunately, I can't give you a substitute for these because they are of a very precise shape and size, and there is no bead which would be of the same shape and size. And unfortunately, I don't have the time to test the same design with different kinds of beads. So you are absolutely encouraged to substitute them, for example, with super duos, but you will have to experiment on your own and figure out a way to make it work. But I hope that that challenge does not discourage you. Some of you are asking for the link. Elisa, yes, you can decide if you go on the page, then you can decide if you were affected by the current crisis, then I offer you a helping hand and you can download the tutorial for free. And if you would like to consider supporting the broadcast so we can go further with it, then you can indeed buy the tutorial for €5. There is also please go to the link, and there is also the free version available. You will find it on the page. So, can we start? Are you excited? I already have my needles threaded. As always, I use my number 12 FIRELINE, or 4LB for American folks. I use it in a smoke gray color, but actually in the very near future, I should get some black satin, and I'm really looking forward to work with that, because I also like the new Bondelli colors of the gem duos. And the smoke gray can leave a mark. Elisa has a bit of problem. Let me help her. So, Elisa, if you go on the page, then you see the €5 add to cart. So that's the option if you want to support, if you can support the broadcast. But if you scroll down a little bit, just a little bit, then you see the option for downloading the tutorial. You have to fill in your first name and you have to fill in your email address, and then you will get the tutorial to your mailbox. So, are you prepared? Can we get started? Please, someone tell me that you have the beads, you are with me, and you are going to bead the Tuschinski with me. Hello, Tinkerpearl. Lorraine, Claire. So I'm waiting for your comments. I've threaded my needle with about an arm span of the FIRELINE. Work with a comfortable length. You will have to add a new thread, so it makes no sense to work with a too long thread. So Marianne, Vivian, Honey, Beverly, Niti, Miriam, Lutka, Donna, Corina, Teresa is prepared. Miriam confirmed that the tutorial can be downloaded. So Elisa, I hope that you managed in the meanwhile. And let's get started. So this is step number 1. And we start by picking up 4 pieces of 6mm round burrs and 4 pieces of MIYUKI DELICA 11s interchangeably. We start with a 4mm round burr, then we get a MIYUKI 11, and again, not for 6mm round burr, then DELICA again, 4 times. And then, after you picked up all 8 beads, you can tie a knot between the working end and the tail. In this case, I will leave a longer tail of about 20 centimeters or like 12 inches, because I will use it later to attach my clasp. So, please leave a longer tail, 20 centimeters or about like 10 to 12 inches. And then please tie a knot with the working end and the tail to form a little circle, square, whatever from your beads. And then you can actually go all around one more time. It's not on the illustration, but you can go around one more time just to strengthen the connection. And then please continue until you are exiting a number 11 DELICA. And please let me know if you have any questions and if this part is clear or if I need to explain it one more time. Elisa, please let me know if you could download the tutorial, okay? In the meanwhile, sip of water, sip of coffee, as usual. And please let me know if you have the step, the first step done already. Okay, Teresa is done, so I will start explaining the second one. So now, when you are exiting a number 11 DELICA bead, then please pick up 5 quarter TILAs and 4 MIYUKI DELICAs interchangeably, starting and finishing with a quarter TILA. So it goes like quarter TILA, DELICA, quarter TILA, DELICA, quarter TILA, DELICA, quarter TILA at the end, until you have used up all 5 of your quarter TILAs and all 4 of your MIYUKI DELICA beads. If you are a perfectionist beader, then make sure that the little bumps on the quarter TILA beads, they all face the same direction. And what's very important for everyone, that please make sure that both holes of the 2-hole beads are open, because sometimes it can happen that due to some problem during production, one of the holes or both of the holes can be clogged. And if you discover it later, when the bead is already like tightly secured into your beadwork, then that's a nasty surprise. So after you picked up this combination of 5/4 TILAs and 4 MIYUKI DELICAs, please skip the next 6mm round pearl and bead through a DELICA, 6mm round pearl, DELICA. And then please pick up the same combination again. Again, please skip a 6mm round pearl and bead through DELICA, 6mm round pearl, DELICA. And before you start beading, please let me know if this was clear to you or if you need a bit more explanation. And if you can still type, then tell me that what kind of colors are you using? I am still very curious. Or at least I would like to know that if you went in the happy direction, let's say, the hippie direction, or if you are beading something elegant, something festive. For me, both of my versions are like somewhere in between, actually, because they both have also metallic colors and also colorful beads. More on the happy side, I would say, definitely, but there is also some metallic shine in it. Miriam is a happy hippie. I would bet on it, Miriam. Honey, guess what? I use red, turquoise, and gold. Honey had some beautiful, beautiful jewels during the past weeks, and this is one of her favorite color combinations. And it looked really, really, really nice. Nitty says mine is a rainbow puke. And Anngelica, turquoise, pink, yellow, and bronze. And let me know, my friends, please, that if you could follow step number 2, or if I should move on explaining step number 3. Maria has mixed. I'm very curious of that. And Gail has patriotic red, white, and blue. That must also be very nice. Marianne has white, beige, and gray. Then we have Donna with tawny, peach, topaz, and gold. Kata doesn't use yellow today. What happened to you? Is everything all right? Oh, we have a new beader with us. Jen, she says, first time joining you, I'm pastel with turquoise. I can already see that you are all kind of girl with the turquoise. There are a lot of fans, including me, of turquoise here. And in the meanwhile, Reinhilde says that she's done. So I hope that also the others of you. Beverly has turquoise, cream, and ruby. Kiki has matte gold, cream, and pearl. Eleanor has goldish, turquoise, and white. So, step number 3, easy, easy. Please do the same as in step number 2, meaning that please retrace the thread path of step number 2, just to make the connections stronger, but you don't need to add any more new beads in this step. Easy, easy. And again, please finish in a DELICA, between a DELICA bead and between a 6mm round pearl. Oh, I'm very curious of Anita's. She says, metallic rose, aubergine, white, turquoise. That's great. Teresa says, hello, I'm a little late, but it's always worth following. Thank you for checking in. Diana, who I almost forgot about the class today. Been outside planting flowers. So glad to see you. I am also glad to see you, Diana. What kind of flowers did you plant? And Ludka has iridescent light blue, rosé gold luster, and iridescent blue. So let me know how is it going with step number 3, if we can go further on step number 4. I already started to show the illustration, and it starts, yeah, we will actually pass through the 6mm round pearl too. Miriam says that she's done with step number 3. This is, by the way, mine so far, with turquoise and burnt orange metallic. So please bead through the 6mm round pearl. Then pick up 3 pieces of number 15 seed beads. Then pick up, then go through the outer hole of the first first quarter TILA, and please fill in 4mm round pearls between the outer holes of the quarter TILAs. And Diana, she was planting petunias, red, white, and blue, moving some hostas around. Got my tutorial, so I will catch up. That's great. So, in step number 4, you need to fill in 4mm round pearls between the outer holes, the open holes of the quarter TILAs. And before and after the last quarter TILA, you will always pick up 3 pieces of number 15 delicas and connect the quarter TILA with the 6mm round pearl. Natasha is with us, and she is using crystal platinum pearl, matte bronze, crystal cream pearl, and pewter. So please let me know that how does it go with step number 4. I'm really liking the colors I chose. It's going to be very colorful. I hope you like it. Ingrid Frida, light gunmetal, olive gold, opaque pensy, jet red luster, matte metallic dark bronze. Wow! Helena is back from work. Welcome. Kiki is done with step number 4. So let's go for step number 5. Please let me know if you need any more help. I am happy to explain it one more time or explain it in a different way. So I still need to pick up my last piece of round 4mm. Then I pick up the 3 pieces of number 15 seed beads, and then I bead through the 6mm round pearl. So when you are done with step number, oh, I didn't want to hide step number 4. I will put it back in a second. So in step number 5, please bead. You are starting by exiting a 6mm round pearl. Then you can bead through 3 pieces of number 15 seed beads. Then you bead through the outer hole, the second hole of the quarter TILA. And now you may know that I don't like to bead every motif with a different piece of thread, but if possible, I like to connect them right away. So here we are making the connection between the first and the second motif. And in my case, I am using 3mm fire polished beads to connect the motifs to each other. I actually forgot to choose those. So I will improvise and pick something from my beads. Just a second. So I will be going for some white Picassos, white opaque Picassos. I think that goes very well with the burnt orange. So after exiting the quarter TILA, the second hole of the quarter TILA, I pick up a fire polished bead, a 3mm fire polished bead. Then I pick up another quarter TILA. This quarter TILA will already be part of the second motif. And then I bead back through the fire polished bead, and I bead up through the quarter TILA, the same hole as I was originally exiting. So please let me know that how does it go? How is it going with you? I hope you can follow, but if not, then just let me know and I am happy to explain it one more time. So, step number 5. Jane is asking if you can see my work. Of course. And I think that everyone is like, at least at step number 4 now. So I hid my number 3 picture so you can see my motif in a bigger version. So basically my first motif is ready. Then I have a 3mm fire polished for the connection, and then I attached a 1/4 TILA bead, which will already be part of the second motif. And I see many of you already being finished with step number 5. Helena is asking where is the tutorial, so here is the link. I will hide step number 4 and I will show you step number 6. I want to show it in a little bit bigger version because here it's getting a bit tricky. Not too tricky, but please follow closely. So again, we are crossing through the fire polished bead one more time. Then we bead up through the first hole of the 1/4 TILA we just added, and then we bead down through the second hole. And at this moment, we will construct the middle of the second motif with the 4 pieces of 6mm round pearls and the 4 pieces of MIYUKI delicas. So we start by picking up a MIYUKI delica bead, then we follow with a 6mm round pearl, and this is how we go. So 4 pieces of delicas and 4 pieces of 6mm round pearls interchangeably. And when you have it, then you connect them into a little square or circle by beading through them, all of them, one more time. And you have to finish by beading through the last 6mm round pearl, which you added. And please let me know if this is okay, if you can follow. So I hope that you ladies are with me. How is it going with you? 91 of us, by the way. From all over the world, from different countries and different continents. So please let me know how is it going, that if you have step number 6, or if I should explain it one more time. Thank you, Diana. I was at the hairdresser yesterday. Anngelica says it's going well. Teresa says it's done. So let's move forward to step number 7. In step number 7, so we start by exiting the 6mm round pearl at the top. Then we bead through the MIYUKI delica bead and the left side 6mm round pearl and the MIYUKI delica below that. And we will actually repeat what we have done before. So we will pick up 5 pieces of 1/4 TILAs and 4 pieces of MIYUKI delica 11s interchangeably, while starting and finishing with a 1/4 TILA. And then we skip a 6mm round bead and we bead up through a delica, a round pearl, and another delica. And when you have done this, and your thread is hanging from the bottom to the top from a MIYUKI DELICA on the right side of the motif, then you pick up not 5, but only 4 pieces of quarter TILAs and 4 pieces of MIYUKI DELICAs, starting with a quarter TILA. So it will go like quarter TILA, DELICA, quarter TILA, DELICA, quarter TILA, DELICA, quarter TILA, DELICA, and instead of the 5th new quarter TILA, you will go through the quarter TILA added already in step number 5, and you bead down through the quarter TILA, DELICA, and the round pearl, the 6mm round pearl. And please let me know if this is clear, because I know that this part is a little bit tricky. I'm waiting for your answers. I can't move forward until you don't tell me that if it's okay. This is my motif. I'm trying to show you how does it look like at the moment. Just a sec. You have to arrange it nicely so you actually see it. This is it. Miriam is done. Sarah is clear. In the meanwhile, everyone left the premises, so finally alone at home. I really started missing being alone at home. So, Niti is done, Marian is done, Kata is done. So, I will hide now step number 6, and I will put up step number 8. And in this part, again, we need to retrace the thread path of the previous step, just to even out everything nicely, and just to make sure that the connections are strong enough. Especially with bracelets. There is like a lot of friction, a lot of tension, a big chance of getting it torn while you are wearing it. You want to make sure that the connections are strong. So please retrace the thread path of your previous step. Go all around through the DELICA beads and the 6mm round pearls and the quarter TILAs, all the way until you are exiting the 6mm round pearl on the left hand side, and your thread should hang from the top to the bottom. Deb says she likes the colors. Thank you so much. I will take a picture afterward, after the broadcast. As always, our regulars know that the party continues after the broadcast in the Storytelling Beading Club. It's kind of an after party, and we are sharing images and drooling up, seeing what all the beaders beaded. So I am already looking forward to see your variations. The Storytelling Beading Club, for those who haven't heard of it yet, it is a private Facebook group for, for my customers. And if you would like to join, just find it on my page. Answer the questions we ask you there. And after reading your answers, every Monday we let in new beaders to the club. But make sure to answer the questions, please. So, how is it going with step number 8? I hope everyone is doing all right. I will show step number 9. I think you can guess that what is happening here. After exiting the round pearl, we pick up 3 pieces of number 15 round seed beads. However, before continuing and filling in 4mm round beads, after crossing through the first quarter TILA, the outside hole of the first quarter TILA, please pick up a 3mm round pearl or whatever you use for the connections and connect the bottom of the second motif to the bottom of the first motif. Same that you are exiting a quarter TILA, pick up a fire polished bead, then cross through the outside hole of the quarter TILA from the other motif, and then bead back through the fire polished bead, and again through the quarter TILA you were exiting before picking up the fire polished bead. And when you have this part, then you can continue and you can fill in the gaps between the outer holes of the quarter TILA beads with 4mm round pearls. You know, it's really interesting to see that sometimes when I think, you might know, like, every one of my designs, they are not just like combinations of beads, but really like a lot of thought goes into them, and most of them have like a real story behind them. And none of them are like taken just easily, but sometimes I feel like, okay, this is going to be really good and you ladies will love it. And sometimes I'm just not 100% sure. Like, I know that it's technically good. I would never show you something what I'm not convinced of that it's technically well done, but somehow I don't know if you will like it or not. And funny, but maybe you remember the chinchilla bracelet, and also now the Tuschinski. Somehow I thought, like, it's good, but it's not 100%. Or like, yes, it is 100%, but I'm not sure how it will resonate with you. And those designs end up being your favorites. Like, I don't know about Tuschinski for 100% yet, but I saw your enthusiasm already before the broadcast, so I have high hopes. And with chinchilla, absolutely, absolutely. Even if I look at the number that how many beaders watched the tutorial, watch the broadcast, or when I see that how many of you downloaded or bought the tutorial, then chinchilla is like your absolute favorite. And I didn't expect that. That's what I want to say. So when you filled in the 4mm round burrs, then after the last quarter TILA, you can pick up 3 pieces of round seed beads, the number 15 ones. You go through the pearl, you bead up through the pearl, then again 3 pieces of MIYUKI number 15s, quarter TILA, and then you fill in 4mm round burrs between the open holes of the quarter TILAs. And you finish by adding 3 pieces of number 15 beads between the last quarter TILA and the 6mm round bead. Niti says, I absolutely love it. This is my favorite so far. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you like it. I know that Susie liked it too. And both of you, what you showed me, the color combinations, what you put together before the broadcast, they made me really, really curious. Monica says, I really like this bracelet. Also the color I am happy with today. Made the safe choice with black, gunmetal, and the 6mm are white and black. I'm looking forward to see it, Monica. Again, it was funny that a couple of weeks ago, I think when we were beading the mosaic star, then actually many beaders ended up not loving their first versions, but hopefully then loving their second and third and fourth versions, because I saw many different variations of those. And then sometimes it just clicks, and yeah, maybe it's easier to put together a color combination for this because not so many different shapes and sizes are included in it as in the mosaic star. Sarah also says, love this. And Lorraine, mine seems to be working out, so I am really happy. Then I am very happy too. The most curious I am about Kata's version, because she doesn't have yellow. So, and in the meanwhile, I already put step number 9 on the screen. I just keep talking and then I actually forgot to explain it. So, oh no, yeah, I explained this part. Okay, okay. Oh, Petra is not, I'm not happy with my color. Are you sure? Keep working and maybe we will persuade you after the broadcast that the colors are indeed nice. 𝐊𝐿𝐄, hello. I am loving this work. Thank you for including me in this group. Thank you for beading with us, dear. With 𝐊𝐿𝐄, we were chatting a couple of days ago about Turkey, and both her and me were about to travel to Turkey originally, but well, for both of us it was cancelled this time. I hope that we can go soon. Reinhilde says, it is beautiful. I like the colors I use. I am very happy, Reinhilde. Zuzi, I was off for a moment. I think this can be nice earring motif and match one of your new filigree brooch base you stocked in eShop recently. Actually, I have already the design for next week, and it is, I did not attach the earring hooks yet, but it is the pair of matching earrings for this bracelet or headpiece, right? If we go Indian style, I love Indian style. Or it can be a pendant, of course, too. And I have to say that originally I was not sure that how will I connect the motifs. So if some of you would like to experiment in the future, then it is also possible to connect the motifs to each other like this. That not like how I did it in the bracelet, with the long sides next to each other, but also you can connect them to each other with the short sides connected. So this is the earring. using the same motif, and we can bead it together next week with you. Next week during No One Has to Bead Alone. And Susie says, I love it. Pearls are classic and quarter tilas bring fresh air. I agree. And quarter tilas, they make it look for me somehow as if it had like a classic look, like a real jewel look from metal, even if it's made from glass. Oh, Lutka made a mistake. 4 tila and 3 pearls. That's indeed not enough. Viveka says, I love the design, but not my color choice. I have to redo it. Then this was your practice, right, Viveka? Anne says, I have no quarter tilas, but have now found some super 8s, which are smaller than mini duos and may work, so I will try and make the bracelet later. That's a great idea. Oh, Miriam, if you show us something, please be aware that the tutorial is in your way. Sorry. Yes, you are so right. Here it is. I hope you can see it now. This is how it looks like. And can we go to step number 10 actually? How are you ladies doing? By the way, just after finishing everything, taking pictures, drawing the tutorial, putting it online, preparing the form for you, preparing the website, the No One Has to Bead Alone website for you, preparing the graphics, putting it up on Facebook, whatever, I have noticed that I made a mistake in my bracelet, and it's very visible on the photo. So I'm curious that if you notice it or not. And Mariella, hello Mariella. She asks, do we reinforce step number 9? It's not necessary. You don't have to go all around one more time. If you are using the number 12 FIRELINE and your thread tension is all right, then you don't need to reinforce it. If you have a feeling that it's a little bit floppy and it could use some reinforcing, then please do. Please do. Oh, wow. Niti, she says, finishing up my third motif. I think we are all jealous now. And then Kata will say at the end, like, finishing up my third bracelet. Oh no, Eleanor says that she broke a quarter tila in the previous motif. I'm so sorry. Hello, Janice. She says, Erika, sorry behind, had to take a call. Do you miss the DELICA when adding the 3 size 15s? Yes, indeed, dear Janice. After the pearl, right away, 3 number 15s and then quarter tila. You don't go through the DELICA beads. Sarah, I'm on the motif 4. Ladies, you don't let me know that you are done with step number 9. Then, of course, I will not move forward. I blame you. Kota, she says, no, but it's true, I am working on 2 bracelets parallel, of course. By the way, I have to tell you my dirty secret, that even if this is my second color combination, and I am showing you the bracelet, it's half done. I have only 4 motifs. I got bored with it. Or like, I didn't have enough time and I really wanted to try another color combination. I hope you understand. Do you do this sometimes? Please tell me that I'm not alone, that I put it aside and then I just have to try new colors and I can't stick to the same one when I have to make 8 motifs. I'm so sorry. Oh, Jen also broke a 4mm one. You see, there are always like, we are in harmony. We had the broadcast when everyone was unhappy with the colors. Today, everyone is breaking beads. So those of us who haven't broken beads yet today, then please be very careful because it's in the air. And Miriam, I'm really happy that I'm not alone. For years, I used to have problems to completing earrings, but I just trained my brain to like focus better. So now I'm better with it. Maria says she has the same. Sharon, yes, that's why we end up with so many UFOs. Indeed. One day I will show you my dirty secret, my 2 drawers of UFOs. Connie is also doing 2 at the same time. I'm curious about the earrings you are wearing. By the way, Diana, here I can see your first name because it is my own Facebook page. I know that you are telling me your first name probably because I always in the Seed Beads and More group, I told you to tell me your first name because I could not see your first names. But here, since it is my own Facebook page, you can skip that part. But thank you so much for remembering that. Yeah, the earrings, they are also made with bead embroidery, but using shibori ribbons. And they were made by Zuzi, who is also here with us. We should try to persuade Zuzi to join in a No One Has to Bead Alone session as a teacher and teach us to use shibori ribbons. Does that sound as an evil master plan? I would love to try it. Nancy says she always has 3 projects going at one time. I would be happy with 3 projects. I'm afraid I'm more on the 13 project side. Joanna also says that she has quite a few UFOs. Monica! Never! Always finish everything. Oh no, just kidding. I have 2-3 products ongoing all the time. At first, you really scared me. Okay, we have some pressure here. Zuzi, we are talking to you. Are you still here? I hope so. So, by the way, I guess that everyone is like, everyone has moved forward from step number 9. I guess so. So I will just show step number 10. And basically here, you can reinforce, if you want, you can reinforce the connection on the bottom between the first and the second motif. And then you bead along the edge of the motif until you reach the 6mm pearl on the right hand side. And then you just keep repeating until you bead enough motifs for a bracelet. And the instructions, they also show you, of course, that how to attach a clasp. Sarah! Okay, I clicked accidentally on Janice, but I'm very happy that she has her first motif. And Sarah says, I do almost 1 project at a time and I have 0 UFOs. I don't believe you, like, seriously, really? If wow, then this is your superpower. I have never met a beader who would have 0 UFOs. And Joanna says, more pressure, Susie. Sounds wonderful. Susie �H𝐿𝐄 and Erika Shander teaching us. By the way, those friends of mine who know me from the Slovakian beach of times, then they know that Susie actually used to be a teacher at my bead shop. That after a while, when I just couldn't keep up with all the tasks around running a bead shop, then I was still designing most of the tutorials we had on our during our workshops, but Susie was teaching most of the workshops. So we have history with this, I just want to say. Anita says, bragging, and Sarah says, it's true. Wow. Wow. You should be like next beader of the month already for this. For those of you who are not members of the Storytelling Beading Club yet, every last day of the month we have like a beader appreciation day, and it's like not a competition, it's just about having a nice day, wishing a nice day for one of our beaders. Maybe she was posting something really nice, or getting out of her comfort zone, or she offered a helping hand to her fellow beaders. But for one day, we always choose someone to thank her for being a valuable part of the group. So yeah, for Sarah, it's like motivating us to have 0 UFOs would be already enough, right? And Ludka, who actually had many workshops with Susie, she says, Susie is our star. She's a great teacher. And Kata, Susie, there is no way you escape now. We all want you. Okay, and just to balance out Sarah's superpowers, here is Liv, and she says, I think I'm a queen of UFOs. I fall in love with too many tutorials. Thank you so much. You made me feel so much better. And you know, like next week on Monday or Tuesday, I am awaiting a big new delivery of pearls and fire polished beads and all kinds of new material, and I'm already afraid that then I will be not able to stick into even finishing my ongoing projects, because I will want to try all the new colors. I hope you feel my pain. Okay, at least I'm not alone. Sharon also says that it's a totally unattainable goal for her. Also, honey. And Anngelica says, you can get mine, then you have many. You know what? We should all send our UFOs to Sarah. Just so she can experience the feeling. You would get a very big box from me. But just joking, you would get a heart attack if you saw what's inside my drawers. Even I sometimes get scared when I open them. And yeah, I try to be as structured as possible, but sometimes life is just too busy, and for me it's more important that I could design you already the earrings for next week. And actually I have a third thing here on my beading table, which is intended for the International Beading Week already, but this is more important for me than like completely finishing the bracelet and wearing it on my own. I will one day, hopefully, or not. Sarah says, no thanks, I could not go to sleep before all is done. Sweetie, you are safe from the others, but I know your address. Sarah has already ordered beads from us, so I know your address. You're not safe from me. Natasha also has boxes for her. Anita says, I want to see the drawer now. Anita is actually coming over next week to visit me and to see the new beads. I will not let her know that which ones are the drawers. I would be so ashamed. Hopefully she will not start opening random drawers while staying here. There is a big chance that she would find not one but more drawers full of UFOs while staying here. So, how are you doing, ladies? Do you have any questions about the bracelet? Just want to make sure that you can follow the instructions. I'm still with only 2 motifs. This will be another UFO. Sarah, coming your way. Only 2 motifs. That's 6 more to go for my size, just so you know. I know your address. You are so evil. It says, I'm not opening anything without permission, and usually I don't ask for permission. You are safe. Okay. By the way, everything in the cupboard behind me that's bead related. If you started to open like the drawers while I'm not looking, then no chance of finding underwear. There are just beads and a lot of UFOs. Oh, Sarah says, laughing so much my stomach aches. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. And Anngelica says, 7 almost done. Are you embarrassing us? Ula, working on the 4th. Helena says, only time I have UFOs is when I run out of pearls. At the moment, 1 bracelet. We don't like you. Just joking. Oh, Nitty broke the thread. This is indeed the breaking day. Breaking thread or pearls or quarter TILAs. I'm so sorry. Janice is working on the 2nd motif, so hopefully doing it correctly. Nitty says, I meant that I don't open and don't ask if I may. Oh man, I'm not evil. I'm very polite. Okay, sorry. I misunderstood. I actually have a friend who once came over, then like asking for permission, but already like, can I see what is in this room? Can I see what is in here? And like, I'm not hiding anything. Like, I was just laughing that, yeah. Miriam also has 6 motifs done. Sharon has 3. Oops, Ludka will start step 2. Oh, and Sharon lost her colors. Marian is working on her 4th motif. So Helena is on her third. So, ladies, if you don't have any questions, then let's wrap it up here and let's continue during the after party in the Storytelling Beading Club. Please remember that next week we are beading the matching earrings, so you will mostly need the same material as you have been using today. I added a cabochon on the top. I added an 8mm Rivoli. However, you can add basically any size or even a different shape. It doesn't matter. And at the bottom, I added a semi-precious drop. Again, in this case, you can use any kind of drop, what you like. It's up to you. And you can use your leftovers from today's bracelet. I will publish the material list so you also know the amounts correctly. I will do it on Monday. And today, please share your colors and your progress in the club. I will be a little bit with you, but today I have to actually leave because I was invited by a friend to have dinner together. So I will check on your progress tomorrow. And also, I am really looking forward to meet some of my beading friends tomorrow through a Zoom class which originally was supposed to happen in real life in Amsterdam, but we made the most of the situation and we are beading together, at least through Zoom. Thank you very much for beading with me today. And yeah, please head over to the storytellingjeweler.com/no-one-has-to-bead-alone/page. So you can either download the tutorial, or if you want, you can support the broadcast by buying the tutorial. Or you might actually consider placing an order if you are already there. Please make sure to invite your friends and to share the broadcast with them. Tell them how did you feel, show them your bracelets. And I wish you a really nice rest of the day, especially a really nice weekend. You are in my thoughts, everyone in the United States now, and also all over the world, but especially nowadays in the United States. We all stand together. And I am really looking forward to continue beading with you next week. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Bye-bye. And don't forget, I'm waiting for your selfies with No One Has to Bead Alone, so we can set up an album of all of us and really feel like a community. And also, I am looking forward to receiving your pictures of travelers and your stories, which your traveler pendants and brooches are telling, and maybe if you want to write about it, that what did you learn in May in the Seed Beads and More group. Thank you again. Take care and have a beautiful weekend.